Jesse Egan,
Yeah.
your comedy minute. Go ahead, my friend.
All right. So I started doing cruises, as you mentioned earlier, and
Uh-huh.
well, the thing you didn't mention was it was on Carnival, and a
Okay.
lot of people were asking me, "Okay, cool. Like, what's the audience is like? What's the crowd like?" And I'm like, "Well, it's kind of like they took a Walmart and dumped it out into a fucking boat, and there's a lot of stabbings. It's a rough on them high seas. In fact, they moved the shows to midnight because there was too many fights, but." Last time, I did a cruise where I was on there on Thanksgiving, and I had four shows in one day, and the first two were clean shows,
Okay.
which I'm fine with. Obviously, I'm
Right.
dry bar and everything, but I showed up to these shows, the first one, and it's so many children. I mean, I didn't expect this because I'd been on a cruise where there's like no children on board, but this one, there's like 400 little kids in there, like 5-year-olds. And what you may not know is that 5-year-olds don't get jokes, right? So they're
Right.
just staring at me like, huh? What? For this clean show. And I'm just like, Paw Patrol, am I right? Dora the Explorer. Fuck! And I'm just dying. I'm bombing. They're staring at me like, who's this fat guy talking about? What the fuck? And I'm just eating shit for a half an hour. And then the kids stuck around for the second half an hour and they all watched me bomb again for another half an hour with different fucking material, right? So I'm just so dejected at that point. That's an hour bombing, straight.
Yeah.
And I'm walking out of there and I'm just like, Jesus Christ. And the peppy cruise director's like, so what are you gonna do now? And and I'm just like, well, now I think I'm gonna jump off this fucking boat. And she goes, looks around, she's like, don't say that out loud. And I was like, why? She goes, because if any of the crew hears you saying that, they will quarantine you to your cabin for the rest of this trip. And I was like, really? Let's do it. I'm jumping. Get me the fuck out of here. So, so that's sort of encapsulates my experience on board, and and
Oh
so
man.
don't threaten to jump when you're on a cruise ship because they get
Okay. All right.
yeah.
Jesse, I love that. That was fantastic.